Alright guys, welcome back to another HoN Tour presentation. Sorry guys, I was about to do my Breaky CPK impersonation there and call it a HoNcast presentation, but it's not. This is ColeCast, Complexity Casting, brought to you by Beef. And we do have Game 2 of QsQ going up against One Trick Pony right there. QsQ looked absolutely fantastic in the first game, able to take some excellent team fights, and consistently just had better farm in these games. But guys, going right into this one, we'll see if One Trick Pony is going to be able to bring this one back, put it to even, set the score straight, take it to the rubber match, whatever you want to call it. They need to go to a game 3, otherwise their trip to Diamond League is done, and that would not be good because they've still there's still another, what, tomorrow, and then there's today, there's the later rounds today, and then both days next week in a Diamond. So they want to be able to stick around and play for the next 3 days, next 3-4 rounds, whatever. But only one of these teams can advance. QsQ, one game from advancing right here. We are already well into this game. Blind Bands come out, War Beast and Wild Soul. Very, very nice. Blind Bands right there. Of course, two heroes with great jungling potential, and of course, the pushing potential. Wild Soul, God tier hero. Helmborn, One Trick Pony, banning the same heroes every single time, Keepers of the Forest and Wild Soul. So Legion changed theirs up just a little bit. I believe that it was War Beast and Ophelia last time. So we'll see if War Beast actually makes it into the pool here that we've seen relatively frequently here. Locks coming out. First lock, Pharaoh. Of course, we saw it being played by Jonas Fan last time. It is in fact locked by QsQ Nova. And we'll see if Jonas Fan picks that one up last time. He did decently well in his suicide lane, and of course had a big impact throughout. Wretched Hag and Bubbles are the follow-ups, as well as Nymphora, Monarch, and then finally Master of Arms. So Wretched Hag and Bubbles both with some suicide potential and late game there. Nymphora, always a strong support. Master of Arms, we'll see if One Trick Pony or QsQ pick that one up to play either a support or a carry type role. And Monarch, a hero that I think I have literally never seen in a lock pool because she just has not been relevant since lock pool was invented. She needs a little bit of a tweak. I mean, people are just saying that she's not as good as she once was. She received a large volley of nerfs, a barrage of nerfs, because she was extremely strong when she first came onto the scene. But since then, not so active. Bands following that one up. Nova takes out Engineer, Demented Shaman, and his own beloved Glacius. So 3 supports being banned by Nova. I guess that's what they're kind of trying to do here, is ban out some of those support type heroes and say, we're going to be taking first pick and we're going to get the only good supports. And it looks like if... Okay. Very, very interesting. So if Nova actually picks a support and then also first picks the Nymphora, like a semi-support and then a Nymphora, they're going to be relegated to having an unconventional support. That's for sure. So that'd be very... Oh, never mind. Aluna's on the board. So if they pick Aluna and then they get the Nymphora, they're going to be relegated with an unconventional support. But we'll see. And we'll see. Anyway, first pick coming out right there is in fact Tempest. And of course, we saw how strong that hero was in the last game. I mean, Znui was able to get some decent ultimates off, actually some very good ultimates at different parts of that game, but his team is not able to capitalize on that one. Pebbles, Silhouette come out for the other side. Pebbles a hero that we've been seeing banned quite a bit recently, and Silhouette actually making it through the banning pool here. So she's actually going to get picked up, and very, very strong hero. One of the strongest ranged agility carries in the game, up there with Draconis, up there with Forsaken Archer, which is who we see as the second pick for QsQ on the other team. They follow it up with a Meraxis, so they're actually going to close out their team with Nymphora and a Suicide. Well, that should be what they're going to follow it up with, but Meraxis, of course, a very strong hero in his own right, was played by Fuzzy in the last game, so going to be switching sides, and that's going to be pretty nice to have over there. A nice initiating tanky type hero with a lot of bursty presence, to be honest. His Matrax as well as his Quake do a ton of damage, so going to be very nice. We'll see what One Trick Pony chooses to round out with their last pick here. It's going to have to be a support, unless they're wanting to run Monarch or Master of Arms as support. It has to be a support type hero. Would not be surprised to see something like an Andromeda. Would not be surprised to see something like this Rhapsody right here. But it's... Oh, no. Luna's still on the board. So it'll be a Luna. That's my choice. Never mind. Okay, so we're going to see a Master of Arms support or a Monarch support in this game. That is now decided. Take a drink of water there. Got to keep hydrated during these casts. Long days of solo casting. I just asked Emperor A.K. Brized if he wanted to jump in, but he's not able to, so that's unfortunate. I got really excited, and then I got really sad. But no, we still got an awesome game. Nymphora is actually picked up over here by QsQ. Actually, Behemoth. We need to talk about that one real quick. Finishing off with that one. So, interesting. Behemoth, though, a very strong hero that we do not see too often. We saw him a ton in the tri-lane metagame where we did have Hammerstorm, Magmus, and Behemoth were the three sought-after strength stunners as part of your tri-lane. You typically had your farming person, you had your hard support, and then you had your secondary support, hard stunner. Behemoth certainly dropped off the scene since then, but we'll see what Architiger can make happen over here. Picks up for the other side, Nymphora, first pick out of QsQ from that lock, grabbing the strong support for Nova. On the other side, we did have Master of Arms as well as Pharaoh. So Pharaoh going to be going into, we'll see how these lanes actually work out, but Master of Arms going to be that hard support. And that's the one I wasn't so sure about. Master of Arms, he does have decent range. He's got that strong stun as well as a slow, and even the anti-push potential with the green goo. But we'll see how he works out here, as Nui is going to be playing that one. Now, very interesting to note that neither of these teams have a jungler. So that's very, very interesting. Very interesting. It's a jungle metagame. Why don't these teams have a jungler? And really, the lock pool had no junglers in it. Now that I sit there and think back to it, a lot of them were banned. Of course, Wild Soul, Warbeast, and Keeper of the Forest were banned. But Ophelia, Legionnaire still picked up. Oh, what am I talking about? There's a Tempest. Sorry, guys. I'm absolutely crazy right now. I'm delirious from casting too many great HoN games lately. There is a Tempest. There's no jungler for One Trick Pony, though. And so the repercussions of that, they have to win their lanes. They have to win their lanes, especially the lane where they should have the advantage. They're going to be going up against one person up here in the top lane. Most likely, Yonisum fans should be going on that Suicide Hag. And whoever they decide to put top, whether it's a solo or whether it is duo, up there, they need to win that lane. If it's duo, they need to crush that lane. Yonisum fan needs to be level 1 forever. But even if it's a solo, the Silhouette should be able to take that lane if she is solo up there. Middle lane, if they do choose to run one person there or one person bottom, that lane needs to get dominated as well, because they need to make up for that golden experience differential that having a farming Tempest in the game is going to get them. And Tempest is a hero that, of course, farms very, very well. So if they do not win those lanes, they're going to be in for a rough time in that mid game. Malay, a player that, of course, does play Tempest quite often and is very astute at getting that farm up and being able to knock down those towers very quickly. So we'll see how this one does work out. Pause still going on right here. Go ahead and talk for a few more minutes before we try to get a word on what's going, but hopefully it does clear up relatively soon. Now, Pebbles is going to go with the Master of Arms. That's almost... You pretty much have to do that. They might actually run a tri-lane here. Now that I'm looking at this, I think that they're going to run a Pebbles Master of Arms Behemoth tri-lane. So that would be very interesting. Strewfooter did play that Suicide Bubbles last time. Was that Suicide Bubbles last time? Yes, that was Suicide Bubbles in the top lane up against Nox short lane Torture. So Strewfooter might go for that middle lane this time, and then they would run an offensive tri-lane in the bottom. That is what I'm calling right here. So I'm interested to see what that one was. German AFK. So hopefully he'll be back. I'm not quite sure which one is the German, but hopefully he returns to the keyboard relatively soon here. Now, the goal of that offensive tri-lane would, of course, be to get some kills. They would split that tri-lane up if they need to. Behemoth, one of the best roamers in the game, able to set up hero kills from quite some ways away with that fissure spell. And so running Master of Arms Behemoth and Pebbles bottom with a roaming Behemoth, I think that they should actually have pretty decent lanes there. The Behemoth would be able to then roam mid and cover against what by all rights should be a Meraxis and Nymphora mid lane with the Forsaken Archer bottom. So I think that's what they're going to do. And that would actually work out pretty damned well for One Trick Pony. They should be able to keep that FA pretty far back. And they also should be able to do decently well in the middle lane. Pharaoh is a hero that is very, very hard to kill at different points. And just because of his natural tanky presence, and of course because of the Wall of Mummies, unless that Meraxis gets like a 4-minute portal key or something along those lines, then he probably wouldn't be able to get in there and get the kill onto Pharaoh very effectively. And all Pharaoh really needs is those levels. The farm is great to have, but it's not super necessary. So we'll see, as we are going to be getting back into this game relatively soon. So that's the lanes I'm calling. Silhouette solo top, Pharaoh solo middle, offensive tri-lane bottom, Behemoth roaming. Top up here we will have a Suicide Hag, Meraxis and Nymphora mid, solo Forsaken Archer bottom, and the Tempest in the safe jungle. That's the lanes I'm calling. We'll see how well I do. I already failed. Well, no, never mind. I'm still winning. I'm still winning, guys. Pharaoh's actually making his way toward that middle lane. He started running top, but then he moved, so we're looking good so far. The Pebbles, Master of Arms, and Behemoth are making their way on down there. And guys, for those of you that have told me in the past that the like analysis that I do is safe, well, I'm sorry, okay? I'm not a strategic mastermind, but damn if I don't try to make some calls right here. And this might have been obvious to some other people, but for a lot of people, it's not. So I'm happy to provide that analysis and the reasoning behind it during that pause. I'm actually glad that we had that pause so that we got to go over that one. Now, should be Forsaken Archer making his way down there. Going to be covered by Nymphora for the time being, but we shall see. The offensive tri-lane moving into position right here. The Winged Courier is spotting for them as well. And if they stay in position, they might be able to catch an Nymphora or a Forsaken Archer out of position. But I am so good at this game. Like, absolutely, positively the best caster in the entire world. I'm letting you guys know that right now. Look at that. Did I not call these lanes perfectly? Stupid and competitive insight casters. I don't need you. No, I really do. I'm going to be working on that over the next week or so, guys, trying to find somebody to join me for these HoN Tour games. And it would be somebody that would have to be joining me pretty consistently, not a new person every week. It would be somebody that would be rather semi-permanent. We shall see. The offensive tri-lane down here has not shown themselves. Behemoth actually with a nice fissure right there. Stalagmites coming in. The charge shot to follow up. Auto attacks is all that they have left. They're trying to turn it around onto the Pebbles, and they actually need a couple more auto attacks. Behemoth's going in deep, though. And Master of Arms is in some trouble as Nox gets credit for first blood right there. And this is not how you want it to start, One Trick Pony. They had a perfect setup, but they simply did not have enough damage to make it happen. Forsaken Archer, you talk about her not having a tanky presence or an escape mechanism. She should, by all rights, be easy to kill. 4.9 armor at level 1. Pebbles has 0.5. What does Master of Arms have? 3.2. Behemoth at 2.7. I mean, these guys take a lot of damage from the tower. We saw how fast Pebbles had to back off right there as he was taking shots from the creep wave and from the tower. And One Trick Pony, I mean, they've given their strategy away. They didn't get the kill. In fact, they gave the kill to the opponent short lane carry, and now it's going to be looking relatively rough. Nymphora's already rotated down here to start maybe helping out with a little bit of stacking and going to be doing a little bit of jungling with Tempest. Grabs level 2 as Meraxis should be able to solo against that Pharaoh very effectively. And One Trick Pony, I mean, their strategy is kind of screwed at this point. I mean, Nox already has that decent farm that he really shouldn't have against this tri-lane. I mean, Fuzzy missing last hit right there. That's something you can't afford to do either. You need to be landing every last hit when you're in this offensive tri-lane. Forsaken Archer should be down here in her trees. She's so afraid of this triple stun tri-lane, but they're simply not executing it properly at this point. And QsQ looks to be in fantastic position. Wretched Hag doing her best to try to get all the experience she can up here as the Suicide Hag. Nymphora just continuing to jungle with the Tempest for the time being. And this is something that I've seen a little bit more common recently, as these supports just actually go into the jungle, start sharing some of that experience. And Meraxis actually doing a ton of damage to Pharaoh right here, landing those more axes. Pharaoh even needs to activate his Hellfire right there to make sure that he's not taking a death. Strucefutter now a little bit low on regen, going to ferry himself out some. One bottle on the way, not a potion. But already the Invisirant is bottled up here for Meraxis in the middle lane. Now Strucefutter might try to get a gank here with the assistance of the Master of Arms, who's actually been delegated to roam. Not the Behemoth. But Pharaoh could be in a little bit of trouble as the Hellfire is activated. They want to try to turn it around, but the Invis rune is popped right there. And Strucefutter is actually going to get his potion canceled in a second here. No, Style actually doesn't want to break that. Invis wants to wait until the Master of Arms is out of position and then try to get a kill on him. Hag up in the top lane, taking a lot of damage as that Relentless Salvo is stacking up on here. Level 1 Relentless Salvo only for the Hag. Style says, well, if you're going to one-on-two me, I'm just going to sit here Invis until level 3 Nymphora comes back in. And Nymphora doing a good job of getting levels there in the jungle. Oh my god, guys, I got to remove this overlay. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm terrible about removing that overlay. I need to work on that. I just put together that pick screen overlay 2 days ago now. So this is only my third time using it, and I'm still getting used to that, guys. So bear with me. I promise I'll get better over time. Hasted Pharaoh going to find his way down here toward the Forsaken Archer. They want to make something happen. The Skeleton Archers are being activated right now, and Hasted Pharaoh trying to get away. And he does actually get out of there, does not take the pin for Forsaken Archer. But there's now 7 people in this jungle. Behemoth and Master of Arms have joined as well. The Fissure could be coming out here momentarily. They do spot that Forsaken Archer, but they don't want to land the Fissure just yet. Pharaoh now retreats toward that middle lane. Master of Arms and Behemoth in a little bit of a tangle here. This Forsaken Archer cuts back toward the lane once again. Pebbles continuing to try to get his farm on down here. He is farming decently well. 24 and 12. Currently the top farmer in the game, as he should be in this tri-lane. Both of his supports getting decent levels down here. Level 2 and 3 as Pebbles picks up Steam Boots at 5 minutes in. Now this is what you need to do in your tri-lane. They have the Forsaken Archer scared. She's sitting well out of experience range, although she is level 4 already. Now, Wretched Hag doing a fantastic job up here of actually getting some work done. Meraxis goes in right there. The Matrax being activated, and the Pharaoh's very, very slow. The Matrax would actually get the kill, but a nice Fissure going to be able to block that one out. And Meraxis is going to have to turn around. Health potions being activated on both sides of the tower right here. Pharaoh going to go back right in there and try to get a little bit of farm done, but unfortunately not able to secure 2 of those last hits. Not a big deal. But Yonasan Fan actually doing a fantastic job up here of getting the experience that you need as that suicide laner. The entire goal up here really is to just never show yourself. Get a last hit like that when you can. I mean, that was probably, what, a second last hit? 9th last hit, actually. Yonasan Fan is on fire. Pharaoh in a little bit of trouble up here. The body box is going to be coming out, but he's trying to turn it around on the Nymphora. The Tormented Soul comes out, and Yonasan Fan actually turns that one around. He might even look to get Meraxis right here. As in comes the Hag. The Sonar Screen being activated. They're going to try to turn it around now. Strucefutter in a little bit of trouble. The Haunt could be activated as well, but no, a nice wall of mummies going to be coming in. But no, Silhouette comes in with the tree grapple. Gets the kill. Style goes down. One Trick Pony takes home 2 kills right there. 1 onto that Silhouette and 1 onto Strucefutter on the Pharaoh. Nice job. They find themselves in a gold and experience lead here. So One Trick Pony, you know, they're making it work. They gave up that first blood in the bottom lane. Fortunately, it wasn't on the Pebbles. It was just on the Master of Arms hard support. Not as big of a deal. Master of Arms just hitting level 3 right there. But since then, they've made sure that Nox has gotten next to nothing. Down to 157 GPM, 5 and 5 CS. Looking great for One Trick Pony right now. I'm typing back in time right now to let people know that the overlay is off. Once again, I apologize for that one, guys. The Quake actually going to be coming out, but no, he did not manage to get the Quake off. The Matrix being applied right there. They're going to turn it around. They want to try to make something happen. A fissure would be great. But no, it looks like Meraxis is going to be able to escape for the time being. Are they going to go in for the dive? The Fisher is going to be applied, but on the wrong side. The Rat the Pharaoh comes out right there as Silhouette comes in. 4-man team up on that one, and they bring home that kill. So nice job. I didn't even see that Silhouette coming up. And nice job there. One Trick Pony extends that lead to 1,500 gold and 1,000 experience. So they're looking very nice here in the beginning of this second game. The fight is with them still. They're maybe going to lose this top tower as Wretched Hag teams up with Tempest for that one. Now, Wretched Hag is once again doing a very nice job up here, Yonasom fan. But that Silhouette, I mean, she's 285 GPM right now, considerably farther behind than this Pebbles, who's farming extremely well down in this lane. Sorry, guys, all kinds of crazy things are going on right now. That was my roommate's cell phone that he left over here. No clue what is going on right now, but here the Silhouette takes a Glacial Blast. They want to be able to land the Elemental Void and maybe get the kill, but the Tree Grapple actually, in the turnaround, they actually do get a kill in a different lane. The Elemental Void does come out now. Pharaoh being pulled in. The power supply not going to be quite enough, though, and Silhouette's going to fall. Mali's going to pay for it with his life, though. Bottom lane, they got a kill onto Nox on that Forsaken Archer, so Pebbles actually teaming up with the Master of Arms in that bottom lane, taking out the hard carry of this QsQ team. So very nice job there. Pebbles going to be able to use that mana potion and get ready for another one. He is farming extremely well. Getting the farm on your strength initiating type heroes is something that is so important in the early game here. He's sitting at 2,100 gold, so he's going to be able to pick up that portal key in literally like now. He needs one more creep kill in there. He grabs it, so he's going to walk over, get that portal key. 9-minute portal key. This is what you want to see on that Pebbles. 9-minute portal key after Steam Boots, and he's going to be able to start comboing some people. He's going to be able to start racking up those kills, and that's what you need. So One Trick Pony actually in pretty good position right here. Zibby on the Silhouette in the middle lane has died once, so taking a little bit of damage from the Relentless Salvo right there. A nice fissure. Wrath the Pharaoh comes in. Great coordination displayed once again, and they even pick up another kill on Nux, showing off that portal key. One Trick Pony, 7-2 hero kill lead here. 4,000 gold lead, nearly 4,000 gold lead, and a 2,500 experience lead at 10 minutes into this game. Looking very nice. If we take a look at the GPM chart, QsQ is struggling. The top farmer in the game is currently Male onto that Tempest. 260 gold per minute. Illusion, Master of Arms, trying to get a little bit of scouting done. As soon as he sees somebody, the Pebbles is going to try to get the kill, but the tower actually starts shooting Pebbles right there. Top lane, Silhouette trying to get the kill onto Yonasom Fan. The Tree Grapple is available, but not quite able to get in position. Yonasom Fan consuming some bottle charges. A Fissure going to come out right there, and will they get the follow-up that they need? No, they choose to just grab the tower, as Pebbles does not have the mana for a combo. Oh, I'm sorry that I keep taking some breaks right there, guys. I keep wanting to sneeze and trying to mute my mic, but not actually able to get the sneeze. Denied by my own body. Rough times. Pharaoh in the top lane does have the Wrath of the Pharaoh available to him. Yonasom Fan is going to be coming down here, though. Not going to fall for the bait. Backs off just in time. QsQ trying to do their best to work their way back into this game, but with a 4,000 gold lead deficit. Here, the combo coming out from Pebbles. The Zeal Stun going to hit, but no, actually the charge shot hits Nymphoria as well. The Forked Lightning, excuse me, gets the slow, and Nymphoria might be in a little bit of trouble. A nice Tormented Soul. Pebbles grabs the Chuck right there, and the double tap coming out for One Trick Pony. They were able to secure 2 more kills and make it 3, as Molly might be going down right here. Hellfire activated, and Strewfooter grabs that one. Stalagmites onto Wretched Hag as well. Will she be able to blink? But no! Triple, 4 kills coming out right there for One Trick Pony. I mean, this is looking bad for QsQ at this point. They were looking so strong in game 1, but One Trick Pony saying, hey, maybe we got a few tricks up our sleeve or up our coat, whatever you want to. What does a horse even wear? I should know this, but I'm going to say a coat. They got a few more tricks, though, as they are playing on fire right now. The coordination is fantastic, and QsQ is looking without a response right now. Nox sitting on 155 GPM. Style, their point player in the mid, sitting on 160 GPM. I mean, they are just looking very, very rough. The Pebble's going to be hitting level 10 relatively soon. Already does have that portal key, mana ring, steam boots combination. He's going to be stupidly hard to deal with. Hasted Pharaoh makes his way up here, uses that mummy wall, actually in a fantastic position. A nice fish are going to be coming down as well. The Matrax activated though. Nox goes down once again. I mean, I can't even keep up with all the action here as One Trick Pony is just firing on all cylinders right now, looking super strong going into this game. Now, Male is trying to get that farm for the portal key, working on Striders as well as the mana ring right now, but he's simply not able to. Top lane, Wretched Hag going to fall as Zibby gets credit for that one. The defensive master's call right there, and Struford are going to survive. Style is going to fall, and guys, I am not saying this game's over, but down goes Nymphora. 15-2 hero kill advantage right now for One Trick Pony. And I'm not going to say that as soon as 15 minutes hits that this is going to be a concede, but it would not surprise me. Down by nearly 10,000 gold, 7,000 experience at this point. One Trick Pony is looking on fire. I mean, if I was in QsQ, I would seriously be discussing, okay, guys, let's just get out of this game before we get any more on tilt, because when you're getting pounded this bad, tilt is certainly a factor, and you do not want to wreck your mental game going into the next one. So, want to be able to stay positive going into the next game. Might want to just concede this one early, and we'll see if QsQ does in fact choose to do this. Until that point, though, QsQ is just going to be playing their hearts out. Style is kind of sitting in town right now, not really doing a whole lot of anything, so maybe he's already over it. Male gets comboed down by a double damage Pebbles right there. He's going to port back to town. He's going to have 1,400 gold to pick anything he wants back up. Style's still not moving, so this is going to be a 15 CC indeed. GG well played's come out, and they have evened it up, taking it to game 3 here. It's going to come down to the rubber match. This is the first game 3 that we're going to get to see in the HoN Tour for myself. So I am quite excited about it, guys. But we talked about it ad libitum. One Trick Pony playing out of their minds good right there. We're going to go to a very quick break before we bring you Game 3. Guys, stick right here. Complexity Casting with me, your Ghost Beef.